I was organized and I got everybody's. Oh, hi everyone. I was so organized yesterday that I got the thing up. I got everybody invited. Man, I was just on it yesterday. We'll see what today brings. But
I want to know who the artist was for that thumbnail.
AI.
Yeah, because that AI stuff that didn't look like any of us.
Where'd you get that from? Did you get that from Elon Musk's AI? Because, man, he made somebody look really goofy, and I'm not going to point fingers, but...
No. Well, no. Well, yeah, I mean, it was... And the ones where it looked like we're real people or something like that, I was like, that doesn't look anything like us. And I always came out the fat chick. I was like, this is not good.
No, it made you look like you were 10 years older than you are, Sheila.
Yeah, and then it made you look like you're in your 20s. I was like, what the heck?
Look, that looked like a complete different person.
Yeah, I agree.
Look like me at all.
That's the reason why I went to the cartoon one. I thought the cartoon one was pretty decent. Thank you. Anyways, all right. Let's get on to it. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's another monthly collaboration with Lori from Way of Positive Change and Danny from Danny Tarot, what used to be Danny Bathrobe Tarot. So if you guys get confused with that, it's the same guy.
Same guy.
Same guy. The only reason why I ever clicked on his video one day was because it said bathrobe. So just giving you that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I believe that, Sheila. I actually believe that story.
In these days, I want to go back to the bathrobe. I don't want to get dressed up.
I know. Well, we were talking about you going real early, and I was like, you can show up in your pajamas with your little eye patch thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, welcome everybody to us. We are going to do a lot. Hopefully we're going to get through as many questions as possible. We're kind of going to do a blitz of all the questions, because we got at least 41 of them we're going to try to get through. First of all, Lori, do you want to give us a little synopsis of your channel, and then we'll...
Wow. Well, the only thing I have to say really is that if you'd like to have a reading with me, I have readings available from about mid-May on, and you can go to the Way of Positive Change, thewayofpositivechange.com, and just scroll down to book an appointment. It's very user-friendly. And other than that, I've got the membership classes with we're doing psychic development and crystal stuff and all kinds of working on all the clairs. And then I've got my tarot class going that's full, and that starts tomorrow. So we're all very busy over there. What about the rest of you guys?
Hey, Danny, what's up? What's going on with you? I saw you with Linda G recently.
Yeah. Boy, my brain is in such a fog still. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
It was in the past. In the recent past.
It was recently before you got sick.
Yeah, because I haven't done many videos, and you always want to correct some of the video, say, okay, well, I didn't really mean that in that last video, but it went on. So I made a mistake about Rosie and the Jetsons, the cartoon. Oh my God, I didn't know how many people were so passionate about who Rosie and Judy were, and I mixed them up. But, so yeah, anyway, we got lots to talk about. I don't have anything going on except doing some readings and stuff. Me and Psychic Duck are just hanging out and chilling. And that's all I got to say.
Yes. So, and on my channel, I did a live with Dave yesterday. I'm doing a live with you guys today. And then this evening, I'm doing a live with Hogarth and Lena Rodriguez and Lady G, not to be confused with Linda G. Her name is Lady G.
Don't you do that on Saturday?
Well, he changed it because he needed his weekends off, so he changed it to Wednesday evenings.
Oh.
So, yeah, so I think it works out a lot better. We get well over 3,000 people in the chat, and we're gaining progress on that. So it's a fun thing. I like.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It is good.
I just wanted to say, I think Freebird is in the
hey,
house.
Debbie.
Debbie's in the house. I just wanted to tell her hello. Hope she sticks around, but I know.
And you see what Rose Blue says? I mean, it's all caps. All caps. Rosie, maid, Judy, daughter. They're passionate about the Jetsons.
You bet your ass they are.
Hey, well, next time just do it on my channel. My channel is used to me mixing things up and saying things wrong. My subscribers have had to forgive me a lot. So just come on over. My character defects are there. So anyways, we have a lot of questions to get through, and we're going to go ahead and just kind of get started. I want to start off with Lori had a question, so I don't want to forget Lori. So I want Lori to ask her question first, and we'll start off with hers.
Okay, well, it's just sort of off the cuff, but it occurred to me, since they're picking up all of these people and deporting all these people that have tattoos that they're saying are gang related or have gang meanings or symbology to them, which many of them don't. So I'm just wondering then, is that going to kill the tattoo industry? Because I mean, especially if you're not a white European American, your butt is not going to be down signing up to get a tattoo anytime soon. So I would think. So let's just see if that's what happens to tattoo artists. Are they going to lose a lot of revenue? And okay. I just forgot to grab my other cup.
Yep. Well, while you're doing that, I just wanted to thank you so much.
Thanks, JC.
Love you guys, gals. My sanity is in. Well, we appreciate you being here for sure. So thank you.
Yeah, and your sanity, just throw it out the window. If we're in charge of the sanity, oh boy.
Right.
Oh boy. You know, that's a really interesting question with the tattoos. I don't feel it. I don't feel like it. I think it's going to take a little dip, but I know that I know a tattoo artist, and she was saying her business was way down. So,
well, tattoos are not. Every time I see somebody with a big old tattoo, I know that is at least $1,000 or more. I don't know if that makes a huge difference, but they're just,
they're very expensive,
and they're a luxury. Yeah, they're a luxury for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happens. If you guys can still hear me, I don't know what happens. My screen freezes every so often. But anyways, whoever is ready first between Danny and Lori, go for it.
I'm ready. I think I believe there's a lot of fear in getting that needle.
Oof.
See the devil card, the 9 of swords, and the ace of swords is on its side. So I don't think people will sign up for it because it may cost you your freedom especially if you're from a different country originally. Maybe they'll try to undo them. Maybe they'll try to take them off because they don't want people to see them. But it does cost a lot of money that a lot of people don't have right now. But I think the outcome card is this, so I just don't see them doing that well. I think this is going to make a problem for them. I think, more European white people will get tattoos that want tattoos and can afford them. But this isn't a good outcome for as far as financial.
Yeah.
You got Danny.
It was interesting because I got similar cards. The first card I got is the 9 of Wands, and it's being challenged by the 3 of Swords. So it feels like to me like there are people who want to get tattoos for a specific reason that now are fearing that. So if they want to get a family member tattoo or something like that, the cards around this, I got this Star of Hope at the base, Judgment in the past. Well, it's the judgment of the tattoos where people are just making up, oh, you're now a gang member.
Mm-hmm.
But at the top of the reading, I got Temperance, which is a balance of things. However, that doesn't calm any fears, because we have the Nine of Swords in the potential near future. So the final outcome, I had the Seven of Swords clarified with death and the Five of Cups. So not good cards. It feels like maybe they'll get, with this Seven of Swords for me, is that they'll get a tattoo, but they're not going to be displaying it like Garcia did on his hands with MS-13. They'll hide that.
Sure.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah.
So I think I don't think it's good for the tattoo industry. I think they're going to be getting tattoos that are hidden, but it is going to take a hit. People do not want to get tattoos right now.
Yeah, I got the Ten of Wands, which is that a heavy burden, right? She's inside a glass light bulb. She's trapped. She's trapped inside the light, trapped inside the focus of who they are now. And they have the accomplishments in crime. A lot of tattoos are gang related. A lot of tattoos are from like the prison. I got the Illusion, getting it undercover, and I also got from the inside. So I do see that they're recognizing. I mean, the government has known this for years. Every time you get incarcerated, they take pictures of you and your tattoos. Tattoos are inventoried, and they know who belongs to who, how they do it, the structure of it. I mean, it's a big old huge police things, thing. It really truly is. It used to bring a lot of strength, but in imprisonment, like if you get imprisoned, you need your right tattoos on you. However, I got the Queen of Wands, meaning the needle again, the Queen of Wands, and they're missing. They are being removed.
Wow. Okay. And you guys, Danny was teasing about the tattoo on his hands. He was
correct.
Teasing.
He was teasing. He
Yeah.
was just
being, yeah. We're very aware that wasn't real.
Yeah, I was trying to write that in there, and then I opened up another thing, and music started playing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we're fully aware that there is no proof that Kilmore was in any gang. There's no proof that he has ever abused a woman. There's no proof that he's ever committed a crime. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. He had due process. He had due process when he went to court, and he had to stay in this country. So he had that. ISIS just cannot come and determine whatever they want to determine and undo his permission to be in this country. That's what the problem is. And every single MAGA out there that I have argued with online or on Twitter has just been like, he's already a criminal because he was here illegally. I'm like, no, he wasn't. So what they're doing is eliminating the due process, and that's what the problem is. So I just want to put that out there. This is what the legit proof is. There's nothing against this guy. They took him illegally. In fact, the lawyers from Trump's attorneys literally said it was a clerical error. They were trying to, and they're just not going to bring him back. And if you guys want to know a little bit more about that, on my channel, I did a deep dive in that. So anyways, onwards. Just want to kind of relax everybody for a minute. Danny was just being a smarty.
Okay.
We know what he's doing, and so we have, you know what I mean?
Lauren, a smart A?
Yeah. I mean, I can say it out front, but some people get offended about that too. All right, so let's go on to another question. We have FDA stated that because of employment shortages, they will there will be stopping milk quality testing.
Correct.
Oh.
How much sickness will come as a result, and when will this be revised? So here's a double thing. Some people absolutely believe in raw milk. I mean, they are out. They've been drinking it for years. Their body has created an immune system against it. They're good to go, happy happy as can be. I'm for it. I support that, right? However, there's the rest of us who have not become immune to raw milk, who, if they do stop and pull back any of the regulations, will get sick. And that's the reason why they started pasteurizing it and all of that from the get-go. So what do you guys think? Should we find out if the pulling back regulations, if this is going to make people sick or not? Or what do you guys think?
Okay. How much sickness is there going to be? There's going to be sickness. How much? Will it be pervasive? Will it be a small amount?
Thank you for that.
Herzog, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you.
Why is that? Is that the next question or?
No, she just donated and I was just reading what she had.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the milk question, the raw milk, how much sickness?
There's going to be there's a lot of people in here going, there's oat milk, there's almond milk, there's a whole bunch of other types of milk that we can shift over to. But let's see what the cards say. I've already have a little bit of an intuition about it.
What are you hunting about, Danny? What you got?
Well, the thing that I'm humphing about is that card, the death card. Yeah. What? Yeah. I was just a humphing and you were like screaming. So, it feels like to me when I'm just looking at this spread that there's going to be a review of this. There's going to be a suspension. Excuse me, a suspension of whatever it is. Overshadowing this is the safety concerns. But it feels again like there's going to be a strong woman that comes in and that's going to like lay some sense down, maybe a scientist or something, and they're going to move away from it. But so I don't see it really being fully implemented. But it's a lot of people are worried about this. That's what I get.
What do you get? What did you get, Lori?
I wholeheartedly 100% agree with Danny. They're going to stop this. Someone's going to pull this back, cap it off, say, wait a second, this isn't right. We need to look at this more. Something's not. Someone's going to either overrule RFK Jr. or what have you, but they're going to roll it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my cards like say the exact same thing. I got the Magician. Like somebody is gonna get in there, and the Magician means so many things, but like whoever is going to get in there, they're gonna like figure out how to move around whatever is being done. Because I do have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands in this deck is trials and tribulations. So that it's a problem, and they know that it's going to be toxic. They know that it's what it's causing is drama and propaganda, and I think that's what my cards are saying is like it's just another falsehood that they're out there. Every time something is going on with the Trump administration, they throw left balls out for everybody to pay attention over there. They're always throwing a tennis ball out for the dog. Go get it. Go get it. And this is another one. I don't see it becoming a problem either. I just don't. So,
the whole food industry is being deregulated and people aren't doing their inspections. So it's up to us to be really vigilant as best we can. A lot of these things you can't see them, but I've been saying this for a while. It's if you can, do your best to shop local. I'm so fortunate because we have a lot of farmers markets around us.
We do too.
Yeah, and I see cows up in the hills. I go up and I go get a couple. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna get it, Annie. You're asking.
I know people have already. They're still saying there are. He wasn't an MS-13 guy. He didn't have tattoos. I'm going. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. Well, here in Colorado, it's tough to grow vegetables. In mountain areas, you just have to know what kind you can grow. And in my backyard, I full on make sure that I supplement my food. It doesn't help with the weight, but it does help with everything else. But I have a garden, and that's one thing I always encourage anybody to ever do. It's so easy. You can have a messy garden. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be pretty. It could be a scattered garden. Just go grow something. It'll definitely help you out with that. Okay, so let's move on. The next one is, will Hegseth step down, or what's going to go on with Hegseth?
Oh, gee.
I don't think the egotistic little alcoholic is going to step down. I just don't. I don't think he has it in his ego, in his being to do that, because that would be just crushing for him. But I do want to read on Hegseth and see what's going on.
All right, I'll read on him again.
And what about Gnome's lost purse?
Well, there was actually a very similar purse stolen in a nearby restaurant like the week before that happened. They think it may be related, but they don't have proof that it's related, that this might be the same guy. That's what they're saying. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what they said this morning. All right, so let's see about Hegseth. Is he going to step down or be taken out? Or will he stay? What do you want me to ask for sure? Sheila,
I just
will he
want
be
to
removed?
Yeah, I just want to see, just read on him. Where is he going? What's the future for him? Let's see
what's the future for Hegseth?
Yeah, let's see what each
All right.
message you guys, everybody gets. Yeah.
Hegseth.
What's going on with Hegseth?
I just wanted to put out there, growing vegetables in any urban area, it can be toxic if you go directly into the ground. I highly encourage everybody to always have raised beds and put your own soil on the inside, and it gives it a better cleansing. Good soil on top of bad soil, naturally cleanse things. So that's just my recommendation. Whoever's ready first, go for it.
What do you got, Danny?
No, you go. I'm still looking.
Oh, okay.
Please.
I think that they find out that he's had other connections. I think there's Russian connections. I think he's leaked some things, and I think he ends up getting taken out.
Okay. So what I'm picking up, is it okay to go, Sheila?
Yep, go for it.
So what I'm picking up is it feels like he's at a crossroads. Even though he's he pretends to be a fighter and be all that, he's finding this really challenging, and he's picking the wrong fights with somebody. I did get this partnership in the past with the Two of Cups, and there's something about security because, well, he's in the Pentagon, so there is something about security. In the hopes and fears is the Death card, but the final outcome is the Three of Wands, and that's where I got the overseas stuff. Yes, and then I got a new truth, the Ace of Swords, poking at him. So I think that I think he is going to be found out. I think a lot of these people are going to be found out, and I think things are going to flip pretty quick. That's my general impression.
Okay.
Well. You know, I have always had the feeling from the get-go that he is only he picked his people only to give them not the quality, because they weren't qualified to do the job, but it was always a thank you. Like, thank you for doing what you did, so here's your job. He's like giving it back. He can't pay him back because, you know, Trump's broke, but he can at least give him a job, or he can do this for them, or, you know, it's all that kind of thing. And I got the Hangman for him, a new perspective. Now his new perspective is either you clean up or not. He just cannot clean up. He cannot get sober. He cannot do that, because I get the Four of Pentacles. And then I get the trying to keep him alive for the Four of Pentacles. Like, what? You know what I mean? And then I get the Knight of Swords, the decisions and actions. He feels like he's this, but the neighborhood and the people around him are not buying it, because I get the Tower. I get the Tower because of his egotism. So I don't think he's going to step down, to be honest with you, but either he's not going to be there for long due to his either health or decisions. I mean, it's like all of them could be true all at once type of thing. So yeah. He's got problems.
He does. And I got both of my Russia cards. So there's a direct correlate, and the World card. Yeah. And then that. So I just think, and then the Wheel, like you said, and Justice. So it's just, he's in trouble.
He's in big trouble. He will be the talk of the town once it all comes to fruition, I'm sure. Okay.
He's already the talk of the town.
Yeah, right.
True that. Okay, so the next one is, who's the person that betrayed us that will surprise everyone, or just I don't. Let's move on to the next one. I don't understand that.
Someone must have seen me read yesterday, because I got it. There's a huge betrayal.
Oh.
I see. That's what subscribers kind of do. They kind of do the gamut of all of them, and then they go to other channels and they kind of ask to clarify. And we understand why they do that.
Well, I told everybody I would be with you guys today, but that was from my show yesterday, that there would be a huge.
So do you want to ask that, since it was your original question or anything?
No, it's your show. Go pick whatever question you want to pick.
It's our show.
It's our show. It's your channel. It's our show. It's your channel.
Yeah. Well, let's go on to Lindsey. Will Lindsey run from the sinking ship, and will he be punished for his part in in this administration? So Lindsey Graham.
Where is he? It's like he evaporated or fell down a hole.
Well, he's drinking with Hegseth. I'm not kidding.
He must be under the bar then, because he's been MIA.
Yeah, he's a severe alcoholic.
What do you mean he's drinking with Hegseth? Do you think he's really like drinking it up with Hegseth?
No,
I don't know, but they're both alcoholics. So
well, so will Lindsey Graham? Will he try to leave the?
Well, let's just read. Like I said, anytime they have a question like that, let's just read on the future of Lindsey Graham, because
let's look at the future of Lindsey Graham. Should I clutch my pearls now? Okay, Lindsey Graham, what's happening to you? He hasn't been seen at Mar-a-Lago. He hasn't been anywhere. Something's wrong with him. Where is he? That's a good question.
I thought he was playing golf down at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, did you see him down there? I didn't see any coverage of it.
I saw him holding a trophy up with Trump the last time Trump won.
Okay.
Tournament. And I know Trump did not win the tournament. I know that.
Oh my God.
Stop ruffling the natives.
I like ruffling natives. What? Now I'm going to get in trouble for that.
He's in slug land.
Who, me?
No.
Or Lindsay?
Lindsay, you were in slug. He's not doing anything. He's not moving forward. He might be paying someone to have sex with him or something. But for entertainment purposes only.
That's not entertainment.
He's just watching. He's just in slug land. He's doing nothing. He gets paid to have that. He does nothing. He's gonna nothing, and then there's some sort of vote called for here where they do Putin's bidding. I keep getting Putin in everything today. I don't know why. Maybe that has to do with Ukraine. I don't know. He's just hanging in there, just helping Trump and Putin. Just nothing. It's just a big, he just looks like a big tub of lard, like Bill Barr and Trump, and they all look the same. They just all look like that big bufo frog, that poisonous bufo frog.
Oh my gosh. Bufo.
You know what a bufo frog is, Danny?
Yeah, they're like this big, and
they are that big, and they're poisonous.
They look like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, and so you can't lick them. And
thank you, Judy.
Can't lick them. Thank you, Judy.
And thank you, Judy. There was, because I normally, when I see a frog, that's the first instinct I have is to lick it.
Lick it good.
Lindsey Graham, what the heck are you doing? I got the Seven of Pentacles too. He's just.
Five.
What's that?
Oh, seven. Seven of Pentacles. Yes.
Seven of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Just reviewing and look at all the dead pentacles. A lot of dead stuff. I got 2 Russian cards that may be coming to light. I got him externally as the 8 of Cups walking away. The final outcome is the Chariot. And it feels like, why is he moving? Because he got paid with the 6 of Coins. And he's in like this little isolated time with the 4 of Pentacles. In this deck, he's sitting in a little castle. Looks like a throne, outhouse type thing.
A throne for a frog?
For a frog, yeah.
Or in his case, a frogette.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, I don't have him doing anything either. I also got him upside down with the Hangman. Just
yeah. Looks like, Tesla stock to me.
He's still getting money, it feels like.
He is still getting, he's just sitting on, he's just like a big frog.
Yeah.
Big fat frog.
I think he's sick.
I don't think he's feeling good.
I think he has medical problems right now.
I don't think he's feeling good.
I got the natural disaster for his body.
Whoa, it's a sick frog.
Yeah, I think he's sick.
Okay.
I think they're covering it up, and of course his whole life is a cover up, so he's got that toxic thing going on. I also see that social media. I don't know why the social media came up for him, because it's like a vacation and getaway. It's almost like he's trying to change the thinking of the people that hate him right now, and he's just trying to show like everything's good to go, everything's fine. However, it's like daydreaming. He's like daydreaming. He's real. I think he's sick, people. That's what I'd come up with. I think it doesn't matter if he runs or not. He's like, I don't care if I run or not.
Yeah,
I do. I get it.
Mary Harpley's right. He's a bloated frog. The
Yep.
sick bloated frogette.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. I think everybody's cards were just talking about that. He's just laid back. He's relaxing. He's on vacation. He does not care if he runs or if he gets it or if he doesn't get it. He does
not care.
He
I
does not.
totally agree. Yep. Doesn't care.
Hey, I want to know, where is Randy Rainbow?
Who's Randy Rainbow?
What?
I don't know who
Now,
that is.
everyone in the chat is going to answer that question for you.
Yeah.
Randy Rainbow.
Randy
Am I supposed to know who that
is the multi-talented, multifaceted gay man singer who parodies.
Oh, is he gay?
Political.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Political satire parody songs, and he is singing he sings the.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I know who you're talking about. He's on TikTok, but I just didn't realize that was his name. But I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
He needs to come back.
He does. He probably will. All right, let's switch our gears. We're going to Elon Musk. Okay.
So, JC. JC's
he's got your number.
He's getting, yeah, I know.
Well, shall we show that so that we can just make sure that that Danny is on par and reminded.
Yeah.
I can't believe she didn't say that Rosie's the robot.
That's too funny. All right, so here we go.
All right.
Elon Musk. Okay, so we all know that Elon Musk said he's leaving in May. We all know that Elon Musk is a little butthurt because Tesla's not doing very good in a market that he should have just sailed in Germany with. Germany, I've been to Germany, and they love their little electrical cars. Absolutely love them. Now, the electrical car business is booming, just not in Tesla, right? So everybody's still interested in electrical cars, just they're not doing it for him. So anyways, he's really upset about that. I think we're over like 85, maybe close to 95% that Germany has just literally boxed him out. Of course, in America, if it wasn't for MAGA, he wouldn't be doing very good here either.
MAGA people don't drive Teslas.
Well,
they drive
in Colorado they do. We have a lot of MAGAs here that have a lot of money, and they're just showing them off. They have Trump stickers or whatever. Yeah. So in my perspective, in Colorado, Tesla's doing pretty good with the MAGAs here. But overall, still not good. He's very tanking. So we got that, and then I want to know, what kind of questions shall we ask? What is the attitude towards Elon Musk right now, from Trump government to Elon? He didn't do very well trying to get the justice in. You know what I mean? He irritates people on a regular basis. He's not a very likable guy. Is everybody giving Trump pressure to get rid of him? Let's ask that question.
Okay. Okay. So how do they feel about him?
Yeah.
Or do they want him out?
Let's see how they really feel, because when all of Trump's little lackeys get up in front of in town halls or whatever, they praise Elon. But how do they feel, and what are they thinking behind the scenes?
That's how they're thinking. Oh my God, what did we do? 5 of Cups, hands and head. What did we do? Oh, 5 of Pentacles. What did we lose? Jeez.
sort of have a mixed bag.
Me too.
Yeah, because some of them can't stand him. Some of them don't like what he did to the government. This is even repubs. You know, some of them don't like the way he shattered everything. Because ultimately they know it's going to cost 3 times more to fix everything than it was to demolish it. And so they don't like that. So a lot of them just don't, you know, they just don't like his thoughts. They don't care about how he feels about things. And then other people want to see him create more, you know, and do more and create more, and that he has good ideas. So I really feel like it's split right down the middle.
Yeah. I see that internally. You know, I got the 5 of Cups where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe what's going on. They see all the loss. They do want some changes and some fixes, but in the potential near future, they got the Sun card, which with this deck, it's more full illumination. They see the truth here, but they're juggling things because of their Republican roots with the 10 of Pentacles, trying to keep that together. And so they're upside down. They're in suspension. I also got the Magician card in the Ace of Cups as a clarifier to that Hanged Man. So I think something's going to switch.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get something. Hopefully, we'll get more and more people switching. And I think we will. I have a friend who's back in visiting my hillbilly brother, and he was saying there's cracks here. So that's good news.
That is goodness.
Okay, so of course, my cards coincide with everybody else's. At first, they got the 6 of Pentacles. They were convinced that he was going to do some good. They were really convinced that the charity, the working with him, the give and take, you know, it was like sharing the wealth and the kindness. They were really kind of cozy with this guy. However, what happened was he became the authority. And what they want most about this guy now is the end. Death, end. Because they were fools. Because he's a deceitful person, deceitful spy. They were not privy to everything he was going to do. They're being blindsided, a lot of them, not the inner circle, but the outer circle of Republicans. Were blindsided, and I literally got the regret card. So they had the gray agate. Okay, so after we get that, we have that done. We're gonna do a 1 card pull like we do on Hogarth. Yes, I am doing like we do on Hogarth. I do 1 card. Let's see how if he's leaving, when he's leaving. Let's see what your cards say when he's leaving.
Okay, I was going to add one thing, because
yes,
he is going to, I don't know what's going on with him astrologically, but he is going to have some sort of, it's almost like some sort of magic Jupiterian push that he may actually, I know this is crazy, but he may actually have some sort of idea that could be helpful. I know. I know it's crazy, but he is going to concoct or conduct something, and he may be able to come up with something helpful. I'm just saying. But I know it. I can't stand him. I want him to leave, but he will have some good idea coming up in the near future.
Well,
maybe it will be helpful to counteract what he did, because he knows everyone can't. Well, he was on the news yesterday saying all the protests that happened on Saturday were all paid people.
Really?
He did.
Yeah. I didn't make it because I was sick. I could have gotten money.
Yeah, you could have gotten money, Danny. Damn.
I'm always late to those things.
Well, that's because they had to pay. They had to pay everybody to go to Trump's rallies. That's the reason why they're saying.
Of course.
So
All right,
one card pull, and what Lori was saying is even a stopped clock is right once a day.
That's right. Even a blind squirrel will get a nut.
Yep.
Well, and you know, if you looked at the beginning of Tesla, that was good.
Yes.
You know,
I came this close.
yeah.
I was sitting in them, looking at them.
Wow.
I was.
You know, and then you have this Tesla, and you can't sell it.
No.
So I mean, you could, but if you have disposable income, but if you're not, if you're making payments on it, and you know you're not like super rich, you were just trying to do something good for the environment. Yeah.
All right, one card pull.
On what?
One card pull. Pick out your
On
card.
what?
Don't look at it.
On
one
what?
Card pull. On when Elon is leaving. What is
leaving? Government?
Like, what is the energy of him leaving? How is he leaving? What's going to happen when he leaves?
Okay,
what is just all of it. The encompassment of Elon leaving.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Just pull it right here. We'll look at it. I'll look at it together.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right. One, you're not supposed to look at it, Danny.
Oh, I didn't.
1, 2, 3, up. What did you guys get? Oh, Danny, how do you interpret yours?
Well, this is the Ace of Swords. So he's got some legal stuff coming up that is going to force him out.
How do you interpret yours?
There's going to be a big fight. He's going to meet up opposition, and people want him in. They want him out, and it's just he's going to be in a constant state of struggle and confrontation.
Well, I got the 8 of Cups, and what this says is elevating. Like that's what the word says, is elevating, like leaving.
Yep.
Even being launched. Or whatever, but there's definitely
this could be competition too. You know, they're like, come over here, get back to where you're supposed to be, and write out, by the way, the things that you've achieved in the last 5 days.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay. Well, let's move on. Let's see. Oh, somebody wants to know how JD Vance's wife feels about her husband. Want to do that one? No,
not.
We don't like him either. But what does she really think? Because
she was trapped into that. That's too long of a story. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let's read on her and see how she really feels about her husband. Because she's out there playing the Stafford wife, but she is literally the target of what her husband is doing in administration. I just don't get it. You know what I mean?
She's stuck.
Well, let's see. Let's do like a.
I wonder if the Pope's message to J.D. Vance, just being in that presence, did that?
Yeah, let's read on after that. Let's read how
did that have any effect?
The Pope dying.
Oh God! And I never say hate. He doesn't think.
I want to see how he did though. I want to see how his little emotions.
No, I'm talking about JD. He's like silly putty. He morphs into whatever energy's in the room or whatever's hot that day. He's like silly putty. He just copies everything. He's a chameleon. That's all he is.
I would love to know what his immature little feelings did. How did it mess with him that after he saw the Pope told him that I don't like what you're doing, and then he died. I want to know. Don't you want to know? Let's do his wife first, and then we'll do JD, and then we'll move on.
I thought we were gonna. Okay.
This is Lori's favorite thing to do.
I can't. Oh God. All right. How does Usha
3 cards? 3 cards.
3 cards. How does Usha feel about her husband?
Wow, you know her name. I don't even know her name.
Usha Vance.
Usha Vance.
And mother probably looks at her and says, "You should have not married that man."
There were other fish in the sea.
Oh, God. She can't stand him. Cold fish. There are cold fish in the sea.
Cold fish.
Cold fish. Not
Cold?
Cold.
Oh,
Cold fish, like cold water fish. Cold, like the
Burr.
King of Swords. He probably can't. She's probably jealous of the couch. I'm just kidding. He can't. He isn't warm. They're not warm. It's cold.
it's cold.
It's cold. It's very cold. I think he used to like her, but he has issues. He has issues. He has issues.
Issues.
What'd you get, Danny?
Yeah, well, I got that they were, there's a time
There was a
when,
time.
things were okay. Things were a little balanced. And then there was a time where there was a lot of fighting, a lot of, I'm going to win no matter what. I'm going to be dominant. And Usha, well, she should have picked a different cup, 7 of Cups. She should have picked a different cup.
Ooh.
She's very confused, going, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. So.
Does anybody know her birthday? Because I got the Queen of Cups. I got emotions and worry. So I was just wondering if she's like a Cancer or a Pisces or something along that lines. Because at first there was a possibility when she met him and all of that. She kind of saw his potential and she thought of possibilities. And so they got married because she thinks that she was going to be able to have possibilities. But in the long run, she feels like a fool. And now she's daydreaming of a different life.
I believe it.
So, I mean, but she's in chaos and upheaval within her emotions. Her emotions are not stable.
Yeah.
And that may be the reason why even JD Vance is they're not together like emotionally, is because she is not stable in her emotions. She's probably just as immature as he is. Therefore, that's the reason they attracted each other. There's something to be said about somebody who is not emotionally intelligent. And then when you put two unemotionally intelligent people together, it's nothing but chaos. Absolutely nothing but chaos. All right. So their marriage is not as it seems. And they probably will stick together just like Melania and Trump do. You know what I mean? No matter what, Melania is never leaving. She's just not. Come to that conclusion a long time ago. So let's now do JD Vance and how he feels about the Pope dying after his last visit.
How does JD Vance feel about the Pope dying after his last? I need to reshuffle. I didn't shuffle long enough. What is JD Vance? Okay. Well, I should probably go last. You guys go first.
Interesting. I got a kind of a mixed bag here. I got that he came in with his set ideas, just wasn't going to change. And I think Pope Francis kind of hit him over the head with a spiritual big stick. And it kind of shook him up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's still fighting. He's still fighting to stay there, but to stay in his mindset. But I think it feels like he's got a lot of movement cards. At the top of the reading, he's got the Chariot. And then the final outcome, he's got the Fool. And it's clarified by Justice. And he's got the hope, in the hopes and fears, he has the Death. So it's the ending of something and a rebirth of something else. I think he's going to be haunted with this stuff with what the Pope said for a little bit. Haunted, in a good way. He's going to be hearing messages of that he needs to move on, from this fighting.
Ironically, I got that he went for healing, right? He thought he had a good aspect of it. But JD Vance is nothing but a Motel 6. So he brought nothing, he's just, how you stay in a motel, you're like cheap. You're not anything spectacular. There's nothing to this guy. Absolutely nothing. And so ironically, he went into a tunnel. And then after he went into the tunnel, he's like suffering silently. Got a suffering, and he's going into a tunnel. So nobody knows what he is talking about. He's producing happiness and joy in front of everybody, but literally this is the suffering and silence, and he's in a vacuum in a tunnel. So this may not even been related to the Pope, to be honest with you, because like I said, he had an opportunity for healing and all that with the Pope, but he showed up in a cheap motel. And that really tells me that there was nothing there for the Pope to give. Like even the Pope probably knew there's nothing to do with this guy. There's nothing we can do with this guy. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, the Pope probably has hope for the Pope. The Pope had hope. I think the Pope had hope. But I think he gave him a dose of something he really didn't want to hear, because it was very defensive. And I think this will probably, I got so many major arcana cards. I just, JD Vance doesn't know who he is. I'm sure that because he's a child of God, of spirit, there's a good egg in there somewhere, but he just doesn't know who he is. He just doesn't know who he is. And he thought he could get a word or something. He might get like a vibe or something, but it wasn't any good. There weren't any real good feelings about it. And his mind is still messed up. I've got the Hangman as well. And it's, and then it's just like defeat. Like, it's almost like the Pope had a mic drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine your last words with a man that you consider a man of God telling you that I don't like what you're doing and I don't think that your behavior is okay? And him leaving with that message, and then the guy passing the next day. I don't know. I can't imagine.
That would be really.
That'd be like me going, if I absolutely adored my mother and I thought she was like the best thing and I loved and I respected her highly, and I go to her deathbed and she looks at me and says, honey, you're not living right. And then she dies the next day. I just equalize that. I think I would be devastated.
Yeah, but you actually, well, yeah. I mean, he probably cared what the Pope had to say, but is
he one of the new Catholics? did he just become
He is a new convert. Someone needs to throw him a lifeline. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. There, remember when Kennedy came in, people were going, "Oh, he's Catholic."
Nope, I don't remember.
Not RFK Jr., but John
No.
Kennedy.
No. He died when I was 1 day and 1 year after I was born.
Oh, you're such a baby. But I remember that where they were, it was like a big deal. Well, in my family, because, we were Catholic. And it was like there were a lot of people that I heard, because I was still pretty young, so I wasn't tuned into any of this. But they're going, oh, yeah, they're all like complaining about him. And now everybody seems to be Catholic. Not listening to the Pope. How crazy is it?
Old Silver in the comments says, yeah, that probably affect me because I'm empathetic. He is not. So you're right. Maybe he doesn't. Like Lori understands him more than anything. He's not going to come away. It's like nothing affects him because he's malleable.
I do think it did. I think something got in there. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I just wanted to say thank you to Carol. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol.
And she joined. Thank you, Terry, for joining. There's a lot of videos over on my side if you wanted to go look at. And I have one more question, and then we'll pull a card for the collective, as Lori loves to do. So let's do that. The question is, okay, so we're over, I think we're over the hump, and we can see the end of all of this. This is going to be a really in-depth question here. Okay. Like, let's pull out our talents here. So what does the end look like, and what is it that we need to be prepared for? Is it going to get worse before it gets better, or are we over the hump?
That's so 5 questions.
Well, no, that's all in one compass of a question. Like whatever, you know what I mean? It's the energy of the end. And I was just
putting... Are we past the hump? Are we past the halfway point of Trump's regime?
Okay, well, we can stick with that one.
All right, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Bye, Debbie Freebird. All right, so are we over the halfway mark of the time that Trump will be in control of the presidency?
Well, I not that Trump is going to be in control. Are we halfway over the enlightenment part? I mean, we've known that we've had to literally rewrite our new future. Are we halfway through there, whether Trump is there or not? Are we, you know what I mean? I had a remote view that we're almost there. And I was just wondering what you guys see, or
almost there to meaning taking him out?
No, almost there and out of this darkness that we have been experiencing in the United States.
But he has to go in order to be out of the darkness.
Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Well, he doesn't.
So the question is I don't know, what is it going to look like as we get closer to it getting out of this?
A lot of times we let other outside influence affect our insides. So what he does should not affect my insides. It may get me to be a little more proactive and help other people more than I would.
Definitely check your insides. If all that is going on doesn't inspire you to create a better life and a better outlook with people and join the collective in love and light and continue on that way, then maybe that's something that you'll have to deal with on the inside. However, we all know that the end is near. What does it look like? What is it we're going to have to go through? What is that path?
Devil.
Is it going to get worse before it gets better?
I think it's going to happen quick.
It'll get worse Horse, are we almost there? I'm just going to ask, are we almost there to this reckoning, to this? Are we almost there?
Denise says that, are we almost out of the darkness? There's the question. Are we almost out of the darkness?
I'll start over. Are we almost out of the darkness? Almost out of the dark.
All right, who's going to go?
You go.
I go. You go.
You go.
Isn't that a car? Oh. So I got a lot of darkness in the middle cards. I have us at a crossroads with the Two of Swords. I have the Seven of Cups, the Usha card. Pick the right cup. She didn't. In the past, I have the Hermit in the dark, still shining the light. So a lot of us have been in the dark, shining the light, seeing the light. It's really, really difficult. At the top of the reading, I did get the Temperance card. Balance, we're getting out of it. Potential near future, yes. 10 of Cups, yes. We have all sorts of people dancing together, different colors, different sizes, lots of tattoos, everybody, yay.
Lots of tattoos.
Everybody having a good time. However, we are still in this fighting mode of the Five of Swords. That's my internal card, so there's still going to be some conflict. External, make sure we're generous with our time and money if we can be, with the Six of Pentacles. Hopes and fears is that we have a celebration, the Divine Feminine dancing. And I got the final outcome is the Hanged Man with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. And so this, to me, wasn't so much a suspension as looking at it from a different point of view, looking at something going to hit us over the head, and we are going to have a queen that is bringing us stability, financial stability, national stability in the near future. So that was a long way to say, yes, we are moving out of the darkness into wherever we're moving to.
Where'd you get, Lori?
The very first part of my Celtic cross is that we are not there yet. We're not there yet, and going to have patience, because this knight doesn't move quickly, and we need patience and perseverance. So it takes us a little bit longer. We need to keep praying, keep meditating, keep sending out the MBOs and BPs and all of the good vibes, because the energy is changing, but we're on a bumpy road in a bumpy car with a bumpy horse on our carriage. So there's a lot of very quick, unsettled, dark money, unsettled, unbridled passion that just goes into these stupid tariff things and goes kaflooey, and but then it gets better. So it's like we could say we're on the last leg of that journey of the dark part, but we have, and I did get your 10 of cups, but we have a lot, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there. We're at 7, but then we help each other, and then we will have a lot of repair work to do, because the car that we're riding in is all shook up and dented, and it's bruised and bandaged, and we'll have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So, but there's going to be when I guess my guides and angels took it upon themselves to show me that, you know, when Sheila said, well, what does it look like? It looks like a bumpy ride still for a little bit.
Yeah.
I just want to mention that we have 1,442 people in here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Now everybody hit that like button. Let's see if we can match that.
Hit the like button for Sheila's channel, you guys.
All right. Okay. So
what did you get, Sheila?
Well, like, we got lost in the delusion. I got the 7 of cups. I literally got the word lost. We got lost in the delusion. We have been chasing tennis balls for a long time. And that's the one eye-opening thing is they're doing studies on this. They have a graph. They have a graph. And when anything bad happens in the Trump administration, they lob out tennis balls. They send a J.D. Vance to Greenland. They, anything to keep the attention away from whatever. Stop chasing tennis balls. Bring it back. Focus on what we need to focus on. And the reason why that is incredibly important is because our strength in recalling our power is incredibly powerful. And it says recalling our strength. So it is up to the body in this country to recall our strength, to recall our energy, to come back. All of the protests are doing that. We're all starting to come together and focus and bring in all of that power back, because temperance is involved, meaning we know that spirit has an agenda. We know that energy has so much more to do with this than we even realize. And I literally got the card of done and completion and learned our lesson. Nice. So I think when we're not done yet, we still have a rough road because, the Cheeto is still in charge and all of that's going on. And we still have an administration we have to deal with, and all the lies and the deceit and, all of this chaos and the disruption and stuff like that. We do have to still deal with that. And so I believe that, Lori's right. We still have a bumpy road ahead of us. However, lesson has been learned, meaning that if the lesson has been learned within us, we know that we have to deal with equality. We know that we can't be prejudiced. We know that we need to go forward in love and light. We know that we need to do this and, get intelligent and be educated and all that. The lesson has been learned. We got it. So now what do? We have to have a responsibility with the lesson that we just learned. And the responsibility of going forward and how our actions are going to provide us a future that will not have to do with anything like Trump ever again. So our responsibility is profound, and we have strength in that responsibility, and we have strength in that power, and we have strength in that energy. So as a collective, as just even the 1,000 people that we have in this and watching us right here, right now, that multiplies out to thousands of other people. That energy does. And that's how incredibly important it is to keep us focused, to keep us there. And I think that's what I wanted to know is that, we've learned our lesson. Now our responsibility on how we provide and what we do with that lesson is important. So, all righty.
Well said. The other thing I forgot to mention is that there will be another leader going down very quickly, like very soon. And then there will be a replacement, and then that replacement will have to go too.
Ooh.
So that could be Trump and JD, but it's both the leader and the replacement both have to go. So it's going to be
talking U.S. or world?
I think so. So. It's going to be hard.
Do a one card pull on that and see if it is the U.S. or foreign?
Okay, let's see if it is.
Yeah, let's do a 1-card pull on that.
Remember,
and see.
we got June before. Remember, we got June the last time us three got
Yeah.
together. We
Sure
all
did.
got the month of June.
We sure did. That was powerful to me.
It was very powerful for all of us.
Yes.
And I still get Kamala. I mean, even though I'm not like,
Hills. Yeah.
I still get her
Yep.
as POTUS. And I'm like,
Well,
where
because
it
she did win. I don't
still
care.
shows up.
I don't care what you guys believe, but I full on believe that they cheated and that
Oh,
Elon
yeah.
had a lot to do. I don't know if you guys, but I know. I mean, I've watched and read and felt. I'm like, this. They stole it like the little thieves that they are.
Yep. All right. So we're just looking to see if the big death will be here.
Yeah. So the 1-card pull. Don't look at it.
Okay. Will the death be in the White House?
Yep. This is a Hogarth trademark, so just letting you know that I'm stealing this from Hogarth. But it's a
Are you
lot
going to give it back to him, or are you just going to keep
no.
it?
It's his. It's his. I'm borrowing it.
I'm going to steal his Bard cards. I got to go find some.
Oh yeah, he does.
Those
really
Bard cards are really funny.
They really.
Okay.
Are. All right, 1, 2, 3. What do you got? Oh.
I got a yes. Oh, we all got yes and victory.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't
What'd you
that
get?
It doesn't foreign. Nothing. None of our cards said foreign, so it is on our own soil.
Sheila got the 9 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Oh, 9 of Pentacles. Okay.
9. Yeah.
So there is some restriction in this card. There's some restriction in the 9 of Pentacles, her being in her own little garden.
Yeah.
And you have a bunch of wands that are keeping you from going somewhere. I wonder what the restriction is.
Well, I think the restriction is in our own soil, maybe. Okay, well, let's go, Danny. What do you think your card says, and then we'll go to her, see what the intuitive.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it's not a foreign card, so yeah, I think it's here, and I think it's gonna beat us up, and people will start complaining. Oh, you did it! It was the Dems paid somebody to hit somebody or whatever. You know, they're gonna throw out there, but yeah, I think it's in the U.S.
Yeah, Lord, what do you think yours?
Well, and I think all 3 of our cards, all 3 figures in our cards, worked hard to get where they are, and it's all victory after adversity in all 3 of these cards. So, but I feel like this is a winning card. He had to go fight a battle on his own soil, and he comes back the winner. So I felt like it was a yes for me. That's what I was looking for. Yes or no? Yeah.
And of course, the 9 of Pentacles can mean a lot of things, but let me read the words below. The 9 of Pentacles is like taking care of your own garden, is I always think, but it's constant effort in the good income, the good outcome, material wealth, self-sacrificing, completion of a project, bringing reward, gratitude, luxury, and security. So again, it brings it back to our own soil, and something gets set correct. So,
Okay.
Yes. All right. So let's do our last one. Thank you, everybody who showed up.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Let's throw a collective card on this. I think I'm going to do my haunted echoes.
What do our guides and angels want us to know? What is our word for the
collective? Just to give a nice positive message as we end. It always impressed me once we say like, oh, we're done, we get like this massive exodus before the last word happens. But what can we do? Stick around for the good message. All right, so whoever wants to go first, Danny, Lori, whoever wants to go.
Go ahead, Lori.
I'm going to go with self-care, because the positive aspect of the 4 of Pentacles is making sure that you have what you need, that you have gas in your car, that you have your pantry is stocked. I think there's going to be some shipment disruptions, and I think that we need to have some extras, get your buy one, get ones at the store and stock your pantry. So take care of you and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've been getting that that self-care message a lot this week. I wonder why, because I'm feeling like crap.
Very
But
good. Yeah.
all right. But yeah, so just make sure that we do a lot of grounding. We get back to Mother Earth, and protect ourselves. I got this sacral chakra card, and this is creation, the core of creation. So make sure that what I hear with this card is that that we pay attention to our words or feelings, because that is what we are creating in the universe. So if we go, oh, I hate that guy, then we're creating a little more hate. So that's changing. Everything's changing. Go with change, and take care of your core of creation.
Nice.
Yeah. I got to work on that too, because I hate JD Vance too. But anyways, hey, I'm a work in progress. All right.
I am too.
All right. I just wanted to say thank you so much for the donations that you guys have provided. So
Thank you. Yeah.
thank you for that. All right. So my last one, the twisted paths. So let me read the little thing. It says every turn taken has shaped who you are right now. Find meaning in your detours. Find meaning in your detours.
Mm-hmm.
We are not all well on the same day, but we're also not all sick on the same day, which is incredibly grateful for that, right?
Yeah, I like that. Find meaning in your detours. I always, I like that one a lot.
Yep. Find meaning in your detours. All right, everyone. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for supporting this. Make sure that you go to Lori's channel and subscribe. Make sure that you go to Danny's channel and subscribe. It is well worth your time. I promise you that. They've been good friends for almost 5 years. 4 years.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yep.
It is.
We're going strong. We're going strong. We struggle to find the day and the time, but we managed to get there.
We manage.
Every month. Every month.
It's a deal.
There's one other thing about this card. This is a parade, so it could be around his birthday time, or in a parade or a procession.
Oh, please have a parade out in the open. Oh, dear Lord, do that.
A military parade, and then all the military turn.
Well, the protesters will show up way more than anybody else will.
Why did I just see the movie Animal House during the parade? Where they take that car and they slam it into the...
Wow, you guys are getting some visions.
I know. Entertainment purposes only, however.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Peace out.